A demand on Governor Fubara as he is due to resume office today, but the Rivers State House of Assembly has asked him to forward the list of commissioner nominees to the House for consideration. And tonight, we shall be speaking with the former governor and the minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, on the development in the state and in the nation. Governor of Ondo State, Atiku says his recent victory at the Supreme Court is a testament to the fact that the APC is fully in charge in the state, as all political big weight in the opposition parties are now showing willingness to join the APC. Hello everyone, welcome to the program. This is Politics Today, live on Channels Television. I'm Nyesom Wike in Abuja. Within his next 1.5 hours, we'll be having conversation on state of the nation. And my guest tonight is no stranger to all of you. And the issues we'll be discussing tonight is some of the development in Rivers State and some of those issues. It's a night of responses and replies. Right of reply as established by our practice. But first, before we get into the conversation, let me let you know that the National Economic Council has called for the liberalization of the supply of fertilizers to smallholder farmers to boost agricultural production in the country. The council made the call at its 152nd meeting, chaired by the Vice President Kashim Shettima at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. According to the NEC, access and affordability of fertilizers for farmers, especially in rural communities, are also key to ensuring food security in the country. During the meeting, the National Security Advisor presented an anticipatory action framework for river land flooding in Nigeria aimed at protecting vulnerable households affected by flood and other natural disasters. The National Economic Council, however, observed that the scope of the framework be widened to include more states.
Presented to the Council a memo regarding the constraint affecting agricultural production and the potential they have in exacerbating the fragile food security system the federal government has been trying to resolve for the last 2 years. This memo was as a result of the same memo I presented last week at the Presidential Food System Coordinating Unit Steering Committee, which is also chaired by the Vice President, and he asked that the same memo be presented to the Council for consideration. The major recommendations in the memo include the following. Government should give equal emphasis to optimizing fertilizer costs, perhaps through the prioritization of the mandate given to the Presidential Food Security Coordinating Unit to liberalize fertilizer costs. 2, also to make available small handheld implement for small-scale and subsistence farmers.
All right, let's salute that the governor of Ondo State, Atiku, says his recent victory at the Supreme Court is a testament to the fact that the ruling APC is fully in charge in the state, as all political big weights in the opposition parties have now shown willingness to join the party. The governor said that this when he hosted the APC national chairman at the Ondo State Governor Lodge in Abuja. According to him, the decision of the opposition parties to withdraw their appeal at the Supreme Court yesterday is a demonstration of their confidence in the APC-led government in the state.
We are happy. In fact, no opposition in the state. They've been weakened completely. Most of the political gladiators, they are already in the APC. Just yesterday, the candidate of People's Democratic Party, Honorable Abuja, when he called me that he's going to withdraw his appeal and that he's coming to join me in the APC. You can imagine who is left.
Let me thank my chairman, national chairman, for participating with me on this victory. Even the victory that has been given to us since last year by the good, loving, intelligent people of Ondo State.
That's the governor of Ondo State, Atiku. Well, let me take you to where all the action, politically speaking, is being since yesterday, and is in Rivers State. One man is already preparing his handover note and is stepping out, and we're expecting another man to return to office. In Rivers State today, at the House of Assembly, is already setting the tone for the post-emergency rule era asking Governor Siminalayi Fubara to forward a list of commissioner nominees for screening and approval. The lawmakers, led by Speaker Martin Amawule, made the demand as they reconvened on earlier today, barely a day after President Bola Tinubu lifted a 6-month emergency rule that suspended the governor, his deputy, and even the assembly itself. Interestingly, the day's only agenda on the order paper carried just one item, a motion to set the legislative agenda and for the remainder of the year for the 10th of assembly. Meanwhile, anticipation was high at the government house in Port Harcourt, where crowds of excited supporters had gathered early in the morning today, waiting to welcome Governor Fubara and his deputy Ngozi Odu back into office. And as at a few minutes before 5 p.m., they were not inside. However, the door of the governor and the deputy had not yet arrived to formally resume their leadership duties. The return comes after months of political turbulence in the state, during which retired Admiral Ibakete Abbas managed the state as administrator. In his parting broadcast, Mr. Abbas urged Rivers political players to embrace dialogue and mutual respect as the state seeks stability after a turbulent stretch. But one thing that is of major concern tonight is the demand of the assembly. Let me allow you to listen to the Speaker, Martin Amawule.
To continue to abide by the terms of the peace pact between us, the governor, and all stakeholders for the interest of this state and of course for the good governance of their states. Thirdly, the House resolved that we should call on the governor of the Rivers State, Fubara, GSSRS, to forward the list of his nominees for appointment as commissioners into the Rivers State Executive Council, so that the wheel of governance in Rivers State can begin to move in the direction it should move, knowing fully well that it is important that there should be an executive council that has to be constituted by men and women of integrity, people that were screened by the Rivers Assembly in line with the Constitution, people who are willing to assist the governor to make Rivers State what it should be.
Martin Amawule, Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. So there is a lot. There's a man whose name has never ceased to be mentioned in the Rivers political climate. And a lot of the times when his name is mentioned, there are those who will say, when will peace return? The question is, with the lifting of the emergency rule in Rivers State, as peace return, what happens to the political climate in the state? Have we seen a dousing of the tension that we've seen over the last few months? Plus, there's been a lot of issues that are being set. The conversation on this program that my guest tonight says he has a right of reply to what has become a major misrepresentation of the fact for those who have appeared on this program. And so tonight, we'll get to talking with the former governor of Rivers State and the minister of the FCT, Mr. Nyesom Wike. It's a pleasure having you join us on the program tonight.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you so much indeed. Let me, before we get into some other issues, because I know you were very concerned with some of what a few people have said on this program, which you thought were misrepresentation of fact, and we thought that you have the right of reply. First, you have expressed your views about the Rivers situation, and a lot of people think that you are one player that was determinant into whatever that is going on. Are you satisfied with the whole thing right now?
Well, Shehu, let me first of all thank you and thank our viewers who the opportunity to hear from us and also know exactly what is going on. All I want to appeal to you, now that you have given us this opportunity, that you should allow us to express, explain, as you asked us, to the understanding of Nigerians. Because at the end of the day, what is paramount is that what do we take home? What do Nigerians understand about what is happening in Rivers and what is happening in Nigeria? I must commend Mr. President for lifting the emergency rule in Rivers. So many people have become senior advocates because of the emergency rule. So many people became constitutional experts because of this emergency rule. So many people have become policy analysts because of the so-called emergency rule. For me, and I believe the majority of Rivers people are happy with what Mr. President has done. And what did he do? What was the basis of declaring the state of emergency? The basis of declaring the state of emergency was that, one, you remember that the Supreme Court said there was no governance or there was no government in Rivers. Because as at that time, it was only one arm of government that was functioning, being the executive, as if it was functioning. The legislature was not in existence. Again, at the local government level, the Supreme Court set aside the purported election that was held, that it was not in consonance with the law. I remember before now, Supreme Court had already said, look, you cannot have a caretaker committee in the local government because by Section 7 of the Nigerian Constitution just amended guarantees the existence of local government. And therefore, if there is no local government, they cannot derive funding for the federation account. And Mr. President has also said so many other things that culminated to the fact that, look, if we don't take these actions, then there is a serious crisis. For me, I will want to appreciate and thank Mr. President for taking that book step. And again, remember, the governor also came out to say, look, but for Mr. President's intervention, it would have been a different thing by now. It would have been a different ballgame.
But you were not happy that time.
Yeah,
you wanted the government to be impeached.
As a politician,
yeah.
As a politician, yes. But again, for the interests of the state, I mean, Mr. President is my boss. He looks at it. Forget about yes, you're working with me. Forget about yes, the governor may have infringed or may have violated certain provisions of the law that is impeachable, committed impeachable offense. We want peace. And the only way we can bring peace is, look, let us declare state of emergency and then see how things can stabilize. And of course, that led to the meetings of my humble self, the governor, the assembly, the National Assembly, and other key stakeholders, which we all met and agreed on how to move forward. And to the glory of God, as I speak to you, peace returned. As I speak to you, as at yesterday, I spoke with the governor.
Oh, you called, or he called you, or you called him?
It doesn't matter who called, but what is important is that we spoke. We spoke yesterday, and he told me, and I told him I was leaving that night to come back, and he told me he was leaving this morning. So I can tell you, we believe by the grace of God, peace has come. And look at what the assembly did today to set the tone. You can see peace, you can say, look, we are prepared for the interests of the state. Let's move forward. The only thing I can always say, I was watching on television today, is that there are people who are natural crisis builders, who think that they can only benefit when there's crisis. If, for us, for example, if we don't want this state of emergency to be lifted, we would have done one or two things to make sure that, no, let the state of emergency continue. No, for the interest of the state. I've been discussing with the governor, we've been talking from time to time, and he has assured me, look, we can't go back now. This is what we have told Mr. President, and Mr. President has taken enough time, energy, to say, look, he wants the state to be stabilized. And for me, anything that has to bring peace I'm for it.
Have you forgiven Governor Fubara?
I told you we have been speaking. I don't speak to a man I've not forgiven. I don't play this kind of game.
You've left the past now and you're focused on the future. That's
what I'm trying to say. It's to say I'm not a politician that says one thing here, I do a different thing tomorrow. If I tell you we're quarreling, we're quarreling. So if I say everything's over, it's over. It's not left for you, for me. And all our team, we're like, look, you heard what Mr. Speaker said. Look, we have to move forward. Mr. Governor, send a list of commissioners. Let the state move forward. But all we are saying is, there are people who don't like peace. I was watching people today, the way they twist the law upside down. You were here when people were saying illegality of conducting local government election. This, ask them, what did they do? What did they do to make sure that illegality does not stand? But they come out and begin, when you see them pontificating, when you see them shouting, you think that there's something they can do. Nothing, just to cause crisis. And when I've said, enough is enough. President has done quite a lot for us. Peace has come. The democratic governance and the local government. Okay, assuming there was no local government election. So, assuming there was no local government election. And this emergency rule was lifted. And they cannot access funds on the federation account. What will happen at the local government level? Crisis. Workers will not be paid. Schools will not go on. Hospitals will not go on. So people should look at these things very well, not just what you think. And for Christ's sake, look at the matter. The court did not stop the election. The court said, no, you can't, because they have no local standard. Even if you have, you're out of time. They just shout and go to television and shout. I don't believe that. I believe that, look, if you love this state, if you believe for the interest of our nation, that, look, this democracy must stabilize for us to move on. You cannot, there's nothing big for something. I am the one that goes, okay, Sheung, to hell, let it be crisis. So what? But for whose interest?
But the local government election was held just as, and it was very suspicious. Just as Mr. Bass was leaving, when the emergency rule was going to expire, those who were wondering why the hurry, since he was going to leave in another few weeks.
There was no hurry. You see, the problem is, like I tell you, there are people naturally, they don't like peace. They just try to promulgate problems, try to promote problems. What was the hurry? Remember, before the emergence of the emergency rule, that was RISEC that has given notice of election in compliance with the Supreme Court judgment. Remember, it's an institution. It's not a one-person thing. So take, for example, today, Sheung, if INEC has said area council's election will be February next year, and today, the chairman of INEC and members are sacked, does that cancel that? But let us even say, okay, on that part. Mr. President made regulations. People forget that under the emergency rule, Mr. President has the power to make regulation and suspend some aspects of some laws. Look at the electoral he did. Look at local government law, he did.
To the extent of removing an elected government. If you were the person, would you be happy? If you were suspended from office?
It's not a question of being happy.
You've been a governor.
No, sir. The governor was removed before. You see, the problem is that let us not personalize it. Am I going to be happy? It's not about me.
Is that right? As a lawyer, if you look at it, is that right for an elected president suspending an elected governor?
You know what I've told people is that, like when I hear Atiku today, pontificating law, and I've told Atiku several, if they have to do with the issue of customs, I believe he has worked in customs, you know. On the issue of law, you don't know it. You were in the government when the Plateau governor was suspended. You were there when somebody was declared in you were in government. What did he do? You see, I don't like situation when people would like to take advantage of, because you were there. Why not have come out to say, no, this is wrong. Mr. President, this is wrong. You didn't say so. Yeah, you were a VP. Vice President, you were party to that government. You didn't say anything. But that's not the point I'm making. People went to court to challenge it. I've always told you, the only body that has a right to say this is unconstitutional, this is illegal, is the court. So Nigerians must leave job assigned to people. If you're not an engineer, you're not an engineer. You see, if a house collapses, you become an engineer. You've not gone to check what had led for this house to collapse. You just, this house collapsed because they are using, you've not even checked. Who interprets the law? Who adjudicates? Is the court. Allow the court. The court has made pronouncement on this issue. People have gone to court to challenge the appointment of a sole administrator. But what did the court come out to do? You see, this attitude will always do that because I don't believe in it. What I don't believe in it means it's the right thing. If I say the law here, so you have to, if I say the law here, so you have two parties. The election was rigged. No, the election was not rigged. I want this election squarely. You go to the public opinion. Oh, the election was rigged. Okay. Go to court, prove that the election was rigged. You don't have the materials to prove the election was rigged. Take, for example, in Rivers State, in 2023, they said it will be one. I have no problem. The same person, I have no problem. Look at the evidence that was tendered in the court. Did they produce any one person from Rivers State who led evidence to say, look, we won? It's just that, oh, we won. You can say that, and we can continue with that style. Allow the court to do their work. The problem again we have here, when once the court takes decision and says, this is based on what you have presented. Something went wrong.
Why does it look like everything in the settlement on the resolution that we saw is in your favor?
In whose favor?
In your favor.
What are the resolutions?
I mean, you were going to tell us, but you refused to say at that time.
No, he who asserts must prove. You said every resolution taken was in my favor, which means you are aware of the resolution that were taken. Can we now know those resolutions that were taken that are in my favor?
What were the terms of the resolution?
No, you are the one. I never said the resolutions were taken and they are in my favor. You said
believe that all of this, and the governor is on the receiving end.
When you say every stakeholder, you see, by the grace of God, I have a father, and I believe there are things I expect of my father. If my father goes beyond that, I say, hey, Dad, I don't know how I'm going to say you're my father. I thought at your level, this is what I thought you should do. So that when I hear, or when I know this is what's going on, I say, yes. When you say stakeholders, who are the stakeholders? The stakeholders that go and collect money from the governor and council become stakeholders. Can anybody challenge me with facts? Can anybody challenge me?
The local government election went the way you wanted.
How did it go my own way?
The House of Assembly at your
nothing was done. I said, no. Say, please, this is what Nigeria should know. The governor wanted to come and see me. I said, no, you're the governor. I drove to the governor's house by 1 a.m.
Was that before the meeting in Abuja, in Lagos?
No, you're talking about local government election now.
Yes.
So that let us take it one by one. So if you take another one, I'm going to answer that. The Minister of FCT, the former governor of Rivers State, 1 a.m., drove to the governor's house. Sat down. Yes, what do we do? He said, look, it's okay. We'll go by that. There was nothing that was done that the governor was not a party to it. You see, even before the election, the governor traveled. He told me. He will not be around. See, because my son had this engagement and there's no. The people just sit somewhere, begin to talk all kinds of things. They don't even know, simply because, you know, all they were expecting is, they've not settled. Unfortunately, we are settled. Unfortunately, no, that gas turbine is no longer there, where people will be collecting money. It's no longer there.
So Governor Fubara is supposed to arrive today. Well,
I thought it's protocol.
No, but he spoke to you today.
No, he spoke to me yesterday.
That he was going to arrive this morning.
But I'm not.
Because people are wondering why he has not to resume work today.
No, I said again, there's no law that said he must resume work today. For example, he's a governor. I don't understand the way we operate. Okay, I was sworn in today, for example. Does not mean I'll go to office tomorrow. You don't know what my programs are. You don't know what the governor has scheduled to do. You don't know where he is.
Where is he?
I don't know. You don't even know where he is. You don't know. See, governance is not that you must be in your office governing. No, it's not true. Do you know where he's in Abuja? Doing one or two things? Do you know where he's in Lagos? He doesn't need to tell you that.
Where is Governor Fubara?
I'm not his CSO. I'm not his chief protocol officer.
But Governor Wike,
yes.
I'd like to know, it does look like you are dismissing the terms of settlement that is public knowledge and is in the
Tell me,
space.
no, if you tell me that, I will tell, okay, you are right, you are not right. Something I don't know, you tell me. What are those terms of settlement?
I mentioned the issue of the local government.
But what happened?
And you have said that you both start.
What's the issue of local government?
That the outcome of the local government election were so much about those who are on Governor Wike's side.
No, it's not true.
And
no, it's not true. Anybody that is working with the governor, working with me, with all due respect, I have told you that there was not decision that was taken, that the governor was not. You see, what they expected the governor to do, to come and begin to shout, gentlemen, you know you do. No.
Didn't you agree that Governor Fubara was going to run for one term?
Who agree?
I thought you agreed to that.
You're the one telling me here.
It's in the public domain.
But you are telling me for the first time.
So you didn't agree to it?
I don't know what you're talking about. All I've told you here is that, look, we agree that there should be democratic government, at least at the local government level. And that has been done. Having satisfied that, then we move to the next thing. You don't try to, make somebody to say, oh, you agree on it. I know what people are looking for.
What about the composition to the state cabinet? The agreement?
Purely to the governor. Purely to the governor.
No input from you?
I cannot go and impose anything on the governor. Why would I impose anything on the governor? Okay, I assuming. I go to the governor, I want this. He said no. So did the state will collapse?
Are you saying you're not going to suggest to him commissioners in that cabinet?
I will not.
You don't have any candidate?
I have no candidate and I will not. Even if the governor comes to me now, I say, look, we have agreed we are going to work together, which is natural. I say, look, there's no way you tell me not. I say, look, I give you a free hand. You know what you want for the state. All I would want to say, I know what I did and what I've done to keep this state to this level. Don't drop it. Move ahead. As I speak to you, I left the state to where we can compete favorably with Lagos. I'm not challenging anybody. And that has been my own intention.
Is that on the points you said he betrayed you on?
Shehu, I think we have made peace. I don't want us to go back about betrayal or no betrayal. I know there are people who are waiting to look for any loophole now to say, oh, see, Governor and Minister said he betrayed. Shehu, there was a problem yesterday. Shehu, there is peace today. And that's what I think that any peace-loving person will always hammer on, not to say what happened yesterday. We can continue. That is past.
So there's an agreement on who is the leader of the PDP in Rivers State.
There's never been a time that there was a disagreement.
Who is the leader?
Of what?
Of the PDP in Rivers State.
Who do you think is the leader?
I mean, one would think traditionally is the governor.
It's not done so. That's the mistake people make. We with all due respect, that's
So
what the
government...
No, hold on. You see, when people begin to sell ideas to you, people who don't want peace, and that's what has... I know a governor. I won't call his name because I want peace. Who sold this idea to my governor? You're a governor. Be like a governor. When there was no problem. Today, what is the problem? See, in other states, the governor of Delta State, overall, has he not already referred his predecessor as his leader? Does he remove anything from him? Does it mean that what's the name? My friend Okowa will say, Governor, come here. Why did you do this? You see, those who like to cause crisis and those who will come up with this, don't you know you're the governor? No. Shehu, I was not a governor. Amaju was a governor. I was a minister. He couldn't say he would detect what will happen in PDP. No. It wasn't so. So this issue of leadership it's only people who want to ignite crisis who begin to bring about come. Do you lose a okay, for example? You're a governor. You are the one in charge of administration of the state. You are the one signing who will do contract, who will not do contract. You have the right bearer. Why did somebody come and plant, do you know you're the governor? Why do you allow this man to decide about party? People go and plant evil. Now, at the end of the day, what has happened? All those who plotted this evil, and where are they today? All those who are telling Fubara, don't worry, we are there. What they did, they all siphoned, they took from gas to buy. But the gas to buy now is closed. You can't take again. The governor had there. No, we can't continue. We can't continue. I'm from somewhere. We work together. Let's go for the interest of the state. So for the interest of the state, so I don't need anything. By the grace of God, the president has kept me in a position where, whether I like it or not, I'm still very relevant, not only in the politics of the state, also in the politics of this country. What do I need?
So would you be supporting or lifting the hand of Governor Fubara for second term?
We don't talk like that.
So you won't support him for second term?
No. See, that's why you cause crisis. We have brought peace. Let's go and work. We still have 2 years to sit down and begin to talk about it. You see, must everything be second tenor, third tenor? Must everything? We're talking about how does Rivers State progress? How do we help him to move from where I stopped? That's what you should talk about.
So how would you do that?
How would I know that I'm going to give you support to make sure you continue with the program? Assembly is going to give you support. Look at what Assembly did today. If they're not in support, if they don't believe in the peace, they will not go ahead. Today, the president lifted the ban yesterday. It ended midnight, and Assembly started today. Listen, Mr. President, we thank you. Mr. President, we want to assure you, everything we spoke before you, we are going to abide to it. And Mr. President, to tell you we want to abide to it, Governor, please submit the list of Governor, look at the budget too. Because we didn't contribute, he did not contribute. See how it will be impactful. See how it will be meaningful to our state. We are ready to work with you.
Do you think that the 6 months Mr. Abbas spent in office should be reviewed and audited?
I don't want to take the role of people. The legislature has its own oversight function. The governor has his own function. If you ask me, as an individual, I like to move ahead.
You don't think that he needs to give account of the money spent?
The word giving account, you see, if he asked me that night to look at, he said the man should go there not to talk about how much it's, but I don't know what I'm talking about. If there's a need assembly thing that they want to look into this, there's no problem. If there's a need that the governor, saying that, look, there are things I'm not clear, yes, the duty. But I'm not going to sit here to say, look, I want the governor, go and probe this, assembly, go and probe this. I won't do that.
But why? I had a guest on this program, and he's a stakeholder in Rivers State, who says you are confusing them in Rivers State.
Yeah.
That on one hand, you're controlling PDP. On another hand, through the back door, you are controlling APC.
Who's that?
Tony Cole. He said he wants you to...
No, I want to know. There are several Tony Cole.
Tony Cole who ran against you.
They said, no. Is it the one that says they're Pastor Tony Cole?
Pastor, yeah.
No. People are...
But the one, he ran against you. You forgot
No. He couldn't have run against me.
No, as a governor.
No, it doesn't have what it takes.
Really?
No.
But it was on the ballot against you.
No, not me.
In 2019?
No. He was not a candidate.
There was a candidate of the APC.
He was not. There was no candidate of APC. Supreme Court said he had no candidate. They didn't participate in the election. They did not participate. Couldn't run against me. See. I tried to. I saw the clips. There was one pastor Tony said, "I'm confusing." Why? He should continue to be confused. At my level of politics, we are not at the same pair. Please. Teko cannot talk about politics of Rivers and Nigeria and say he's going to sit down with me. He has no character.
Why did you say so?
Okay, let me tell you why he says so. When I come out to say this, people laugh. People are terrible. In 2022 to 2023, similar Fubara ran under PDP. That was when Teko ran under APC. He didn't run against me. He doesn't have what it takes. He knows.
But he was a candidate of the APC.
He was not a candidate. Ask him now, was his name in the ballot? He was not. Will you run when your name is not in the ballot?
Well, you were the one putting fire in their house then?
Putting fire in my enemy's house?
Yes.
Am I to help my enemy to grow?
But does it help democracy?
What is democracy? That my enemy does not want to follow the law and the law caught up with him? What's my business? But anyway, so that they don't want me to say what I'm supposed to say. That's how you know characters. Tony Cole, I would have put him in jail.
Really?
Yes, as governor.
Oh
my God.
What offense?
Oh my God. These were the people who crippled the resources of the state with Amechi. He was a conduit pipe with
he wasn't in power.
Sahara, no. Through Sahara. I'll come to that. So, I don't like to say things that I have no facts. I'll come to that. In 2022-2023, when similar was defeated the same Tony Cole, he went to tribunal and he just saw, for what I had, they said Tony Cole is an injunction. Fubara injunction. He took him to tribunal. Fubara won. He took the Court of Appeal. Fubara won. Now, when he now saw, or when he heard that there was a division between me and Fubara, you know what he did? He said my former party chairman, Ambassador Desmond Akawo, who today is a federal commissioner in revenue and fiscal mobilization. What did I say? Ambassador Desmond Akawo, to come and talk to me. Huh? Desmond came. I said, what are you talking about? Who? Very cool. I will come talking about from Pan to fire again. Amechi. I should support somebody Amechi. No, it's only must be. He said, no. That's okay. Call him. My swimming pool. You called him. Everybody must be careful. He said, look, this thing, you want us to support you now. And what about this Amechi factor? He said, no. Amechi cannot control him. So I now told Desmond, look at characters. What kind of character is this? Is that the kind of people you put in power? Now because you want to be this, you have denied Amechi now. Is that the kind of people, I'm talking about Tony Cole, who now thought my disagreement or so-called grievances or so-called problem between me and my governor will not make me to be angry to fight him for him now to emerge as the governor in Supreme Court. You see the kind of characters people are talking, and they passed on that from what I heard people say, and that's the kind of thing people try to project. You have denied Amechi simply because you want me to support you now. You have denied Amechi. But let me tell you, he was the one in charge of Sahara. You know what these guys did? They stole the state resources. They sold our gas turbine for $308 million US.
To who?
That's who bought it. Why did they pay the budget? Remember,
when you say they stole, that's a heavy allegation.
No, it's not about heavy allegation. I'm telling you, when I say I mention every time, I say, my God, does this man think that everybody is dead? Nobody knows about this. You remember, there was a panel of inquiry. You remember? That he was indicted. Sahara was indicted. Amechi went to court, even though he shot the court first. But when I came on board, I had opened the court. He was the first person that ran to court. The court is for the mighty and for the poor too. Thank God he have come. He lost. He went to Court of Appeal. He lost. He went to Supreme Court. In fact, Supreme Court judgment came out 3 days before the APC primaries, national primaries for presidency. Yes, that. You know, this country. So when I see people, this Toeko, he was the one in charge of Sahara. He was a conduit pipe.
But no. He's a co-founder of Sahara. Just a moment. Let's let the record.
Well, I don't know what
he's a co-founder of Sahara.
Let him come and tell me what
But if that company is involved in that, are you going to hold a co-founder, someone who is probably not running the day-to-day affairs
he was.
of the company?
As that day, he was. He was. He only resigned when he wanted to run for a governorship now. Yes. It's called that. Look at our hotel, Olympia Hotel. They took it, brought it to Hamburg. Go and check. Go and check.
But is it a bad thing for a private sector person to buy over?
They stole. No. It was stealing.
What do you mean by stealing?
Totally stealing. Stealing. And let me tell you what happened. It's unfortunate for this nation, for this country. When I see people talking, when I say I'm making them talking and this, you know, as I come, is it the country? Police refuse Amechi to come and make a statement. Hey, you know, it's unfortunate for this country. Police then, on that boy, refused Amechi to come and make a statement. He was a magistrate. And under the criminal Ayibo, he must make a statement. Deny this, deny that. But like I said, you brought up this.
Yeah, because they say you are confusing them. Why? Tony Okocha is your man.
No.
In APC.
Look.
PDP, you are the person.
Can I tell you?
And you say you are still a member of PDP.
No, can I tell you? In 2022-23, Shehu, did I not tell Nigerians I will support Asuwaju Tinubu? No, tell me, Shehu.
You did.
So what is the confusion now? Shehu, did I not say so? Have I hidden it? And I said, I'm going to support you. And I supported you. Toeko, who ran under APC, who did he support? He was preaching for P2B. Today, he will preach for Atiku that time. When I mentioned to him, no, we will support Atiku. Who's confusing who? Every Nigerian knows where I stand. I don't hide it. You know, the problem we have that when people tell you the truth, people don't like it. I have also not hidden my intention or whatever anybody will get. See, I'm not a politician that says something and I'll do a different thing. So I said I will support that Tinubu, and I did. But for governorship, I said no, APC won't take it to.
In Rivers State, who are you? What member of party are you? Are you PDP or you? Because they say you are controlling APC, controlling the PDP. That is a confusion.
Should you not be ashamed of yourself? A man who ran.
Is that good for our democracy?
No.
That one man is controlling two parties in one state?
No. Please, sir. What is important is today, are you not happy that it's peace in Rivers State? All you want every time is rivers of blood. So if Rivers will have said that, say, look, we can't continue this way. We have to pattern things how it's going to suit us. And they're doing that. And you are not telling me democracy. Define democracy for me. What is democracy?
Government where the people are well represented, government where the people contribute to those who rule them, and where there is equal participation and there is competition.
So what is happening?
But you are
people
not
are being represented, people participated, People choose them. People said
there is the hand of Wike everywhere.
You can call the hand of anything. What is important is, are they happy? Is that it for the first time?
Just for a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, no, just for a moment, because I've spent an awful lot of time on Rivers.
Yes.
But there's a very major issue which I'd like you to, that those who were close to you, who thought that they may be your friend, but they don't trust you in some affairs.
Yeah,
a lot of nights, like Aminu Tambuwal, you're very and maybe there are a few people who are watching right now who did not catch that. Let me refresh our memories for a few seconds. This is what former Governor Tambuwal, Senator Tambuwal, representing Sokoto State in the National Assembly. This is what he said about Minister Nyesom Wike.
Okay.
Vice President Atiku comes in here, and Nyesom Wike comes in here and requests this my phone, which is personal to me. Today, I will personally give it to Nyesom Wike.
Oh, so he's more friend to you than Atiku?
As a personal friend.
Oh.
But when it comes to leadership of this country, and leadership of the people, tomorrow, not even today, I would rather support Atiku than Nyesom Wike.
So you believe in the leadership of an Atiku than Nyesom Wike? All right. That is the view of your very good friend Aminu Tambuwal. He doesn't trust you with leadership, but he said as a friend, you are a good friend, but he doesn't think that you're a good leader.
I'm sure when you talk about leadership and friendship, you cannot talk about leadership and not talk about a person. Sure, I was privileged to have these clips and I will go. Luckily for me, I have never come out on national television to talk about Aminu Tambuwal. But this is an opportunity to talk about him. And I will tell you. He said he trusts Atiku in terms of leadership. Saying, why not? These are people who have been consistently inconsistent. Consistently inconsistent. You know, when you're a consistent betrayer, what do you expect? Now, birds of the same feather flock together. There is no way Aminu will not go along with Atiku, knowing fully well the antecedents. Now we'll come to that. What does he know about leadership? Take for example, Atiku was in PDP 1999. Is that not correct? Is that not correct? He became the vice president. Is that not correct? He went to challenge his boss. People pleaded with him. He pretended. Later, the now president Asuwaju gave him ticket in what? AC or AC, is not correct? He left. He came back to PDP to run. He didn't make it. He left to join APC. He ran against Buhari. He lost. He came back to the same PDP, right? He got the ticket in 2019. He got the ticket in 2022. We failed him.
You were responsible for
that. Yes, very much. Very much.
You put fire in your own party.
No, not my party. You have to fail people who are not consistent in life.
So we are responsible in...
No, not about responsible. I played a role. Don't make it look too... I was the head person.
To ensure that Atiku does not win.
Yes.
And you're happy with that?
Very much happy. Even I will do it now, but I'm coming. He left again now. APC, PDP to ADC. Okay. Who is Tambuwal? 1999. He was special assistant to Senator Aminu of Sokoto, 1999. Yes, correct. He left. He joined his APP or DPP or whatever they may call. Yes, correct. Right? He came back to PDP. He became a speaker. We are those who funded that position. Yes.
I thought
I'm coming to that. He won. he left PDP and went to APC, right? In 2014, he left APC by 2017 to join PDP, so he will run for presidential decision. Now again, he's going back to ADC. Now, look at his trajectory, look at Atiku. Now, Nyesom Wike, from 1999 to now,
PDP and 2023 supported.
No. No. With due respect to you. No. Now, in 2019, who was Tambuwal? I. Was the Tambuwal people were hearing? Because of Tambuwal, I had to take the National Convention to Port Harcourt.
Because of Tambuwal?
Yes.
You did that because of
Because of, yes. I did that. No.
But you also failed in that.
No.
You wanted Tambuwal.
What is important is you being consistent with people.
So you have supported him all along.
I'm coming. I will tell you. How did he become governor? It was Wamako, who was the governor then. When he was leaving second time, he brought him to be governor. Remember? Now, in Tambuwal second term of 2019, as a sitting governor, it was tough. It was rough. He won with 342 or 346 votes. A sitting governor, second-term governor. It was tough. I appointed the legal team to defend that matter.
As your friend then?
I have always stood by friendship. I've always done that. Nobody can challenge me that, look, I agree this with you, but I'm coming. I sent my lawyer, Isu Kale, saying, another senior advocate, no. Why? I saw the legal team of APC, led by Dr. Alex Zion. I said, no, we have a problem. The margin was too narrow. So you need to have a crack team. I did it, but that's not the point.
And you funded the legal team?
Of course.
Did you fund his return to office?
That I won't go there. Secondly, when we are doing presidential election 2022, everybody knew. I was everywhere. I was the man to beat in that election. It turned out they were meeting in General Guzo's house. Ali Guzo, yes. They couldn't stand it. I've taken over everywhere. They told Saraki to withdraw. Saraki said he won't withdraw. They told Bala Mohammed to say he won't withdraw. Tambuwal refused. In that convention, every candidate, every aspirant was allowed to come and speak. The mistake I made was that I allowed my supporters in Kanu and Katsina and some of them to wear our uniform. When I addressed the congregation, it was, look, there was a problem. I want Kanu 90%. I want Katsina about 80-something%. That was where the mark brought his knowledge of military coup and the former Senate president. He was the chairman of the convention. Every candidate, every aspirant has spoken. Now, for us now to vote. Then we had an announcement that there's an announcement. What was the announcement? We thought maybe the electoral committee would say, look, this is what you will do, this is what you will not do. When did I see? Aminu Tambuwal. What did he say? My brothers, this and that. I want to withdraw from the race. I have no problem. But if we went further, vote for my senior brother, Atiku, who told a preach without calling us other aspirants to come and address. That was what they rigged it with David Mark. Now I'm coming. Tambuwal negotiated to be the DG of the campaign. And to be the Senate president, election, you see they are, because they believe the government then was supporting them. So Tambuwal was to be the Senate president. So they now made him DG. That's okay.
There was an agreement.
Yes, that was how he stopped that.
That if he supported Atiku,
yes,
he was going to be made Senate president.
Yes.
And you are privy to that.
Why would I buy a kid? I'm not a kid in this game. I've been here. They made him a DG, and that would lead him to be the Senate president when he wins, thinking that they will win. You know, they always assume. They will tell you, oh, the North has said this, this has said this. Tell you all kinds of stories. Now, let me tell you what happened. The next day, I saw that bloody man I chased out of the party. Are you? Yes, I chased him out of the party.
You did?
Of course. Very corrupt. Very corrupt.
But when you were...
Hold on now.
When you were making... When you wanted, the same way you wanted Uche Secondos to become chairman, you wanted Ayu to become chairman.
No. That's not what happened. Let me tell you what happened. So that you should hear what happened. So you get the bargain. But first of all, I have no regret. Man was collecting money left, right, and center.
From who?
He collected from Atiku to that. He went to Lagos. I said, somebody now. Why you say so? I have to kick him after the chairman of the party. I did. I have no regret. So he went to Tambuwal's house and said, "You are the hero of the convention." We laughed. That's okay. Hero of convention. We became heroes of the democracy. We say we will fail you, and we failed them, and I have no regret about it. Yes. Even for him to clean the Senate, he had to do the run. As a sitting governor, he had to do the run. Let me come and tell you something. Let any Nigerian, let anybody come out in this country today, it doesn't matter whether you like me or not, say, look, Nyesom, me and Wike were agreeing on something like this. He refused to do this. Look, when I hear Tambuwal say, it's very, very disrespectful, to the point when he said that Asuwaju is confined to Lagos. It's not a federal player. Very insulting.
What is insulting here? That is his own
political. No, I'm coming. This was a former senator. You remember Asuwaju was a former senator? Mm-hmm. You remember Asuwaju has been involved, even Buhari and the rest of them being in power. He played a role. Asuwaju has been involved in helping people to emerge as governors in other states. It's very, very unbecoming for somebody like Tambuwal who come on national television to say, Asuwaju is confined to Lagos. Very insulting. Very insulting. And again, I heard him say that Asuwaju can't take number. You knew that he has won. That's what I said. It's very insulting.
You don't think Asuwaju can be defeated in 2027? Those are the
things. I'm coming now. I'm coming, Shehu. Let's take it one by one. He said Nigerians will vote Asuwaju. I have no problem. Which of the Nigerians? The Nigerians that stay in Sokoto, that he has no control. Nigerians in Sokoto, he could not produce his successor. They didn't listen to him. Nigerians in Sokoto that is not allowing him to win first election until he does a run as a sitting governor. So which of the Nigerians will you talk to? Those in Sokoto that he had no control over. He will tell them, don't vote for Asuwaju. Come on. Come on. Look. I said I was going to support Asuwaju. It's not correct. I did. Did he win or not? Did I not produce the governor? Did I not produce the National Assembly? Did I not produce the House Assembly? Come on, what are we talking about?
Give me
No. I'm coming, Shehu. I'm coming. The only thing which is very embarrassing, when I hear Tambuwal talking, you can see, have you picked snail before? I don't know where you come from.
Well, I
don't know where you come from.
I've not.
Okay. Some of those who are from the Niger Delta, from the family, they tell you go and do that, you go and pick snail. When you see the shell of a snail, you think there is a snail there. You understand? When you get there, you look at this. The snail is no longer there. It's ordinary shell. That's Tambuwal.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
That
I said, you think that you are dealing with a human being? Ask anybody.
Is that fair to say to your friend?
No. It's not about being fair. Is it what I said? Is it correct or not? It's not about being fair. Look, I've told you here. We made him to be the chairman of PDP Governors Forum. Someone cannot talk about leadership. What is leadership? Take, for example, what the leadership of Atiku will say, he will say. You remember, under Obasanjo's book, My Watch, he said, and I quote him, not me say, that when he was running for president of this country, and for him to appoint a vice presidential candidate, he made a mistake, which was an honest mistake. And he thanked God that God forgave him. Because he made an honest mistake. That's their principle. He went further. That Atiku is not a man that can be trusted. He cannot stand for truth. He's preacher for corruption. Atiku, what's the name? Buhari. You know, your boss gave you a testimony. You know what they call testimony? Testimony. Abasanjo gave the testimony of his subordinate. So when they talk about leadership, what leadership? I have shown leadership. I have said, look, you cannot do this. If you do this, you pay for it. I have come out to say, I am not going to support it because it's wrong.
Give me a moment,
yes.
Governor Wike. We are due for a break, and don't forget, I told you earlier, is a special edition of the program. Whenever you have the Minister of the FCT, there's so much to talk about, and that's why we have an extended edition of the program. But we go on a break. When we return, so much more to talk about. Atiku Abubakar said, this country is in danger because there is hunger and poverty in the land, and if we are not careful, we might go in the way of a revolution that we've seen in some other country. We'll be getting some reaction, and of course, the politics of 2027, and whether this government has delivered to Nigerians in the way they promised. We'll be talking about that with my guests after this break. Stay with us on the program. Let's get back to the conversation with the Honorable Minister for the Federal Capital Territory, Governor Nyesom Wike. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your time tonight. It looks to me that you're still very pained and still very much unhappy with how Aminu Tambuwal treated you. No. That dashed your hope of becoming the PDP candidate in 2022.
No. It only exposed him.
But was a backbreaker for you?
No. Look,
your ambition was dashed.
No.
You wanted to be president.
No. The will of God will always prevail. Let me tell you. Rather, what you go home with, this is the kind of character that, you know, people don't understand things. You think everything is politics. You don't know that people are watching you. Shehu, if I tell you, sleep with your two eyes closed, don't open any eye. Don't. Anybody knows me about that? Shehu, if I tell you, I will back you up, it doesn't matter. Shehu, take for example, I will tell whom I am. You know the present chairman of PDP today, Damagum. There was nothing that was not done to remove Damagum. Nothing. So I took it by myself. Damagum didn't know who his lawyer was. He didn't know. When the North Central were saying, look, I know where they were heading to. I know that the demand was interested in being the chairman of the party. And I said, this man that did this kind of thing is the man we want to bring chairman. So, no. I personally did everything to sustain Damagum in that position. My problem with Bala was part of you sustaining Damagum to be chairman of the party.
That's why you disagree.
Yes, that's why me and Balaji asked him. I have no personal problem. But
where were you up to in doing all of that?
No, let me tell you. Listen.
Because they think that you want to just destabilize the party.
No, it's not correct.
No.
That's why I decided we all agreed that, look, let them continue. Now, for whatever reasons, people want to be presidential candidate or what felt that, oh, this guy may not, play according to my own game. Now, unknown to us, we didn't bring it. Oh, we must say, no, that's not what we agreed now. We agreed like this. So let's keep to it. And if there's any, what is the reason now you are changing? And that's the kind of person I am. I stood, I did everything. I hired the lawyer, the student advocate, everything. Down to Corona, everything. I hired the lawyers. That was sustained Damagum to be there. But who is the Damagu's enemy now? It's me. Well, if there's one man now that I want to kill, is me. But it doesn't matter. But what is important to tell you the kind of character, the kind of person I am. That was what happened when Alimodi Sharif, when we brought people like McAfee, there's nothing Alimodi Sharif did not do. I was the one who said no. Do not work. McAfee must. Ben Obi, then Senator Dingy, Abdul all of them. I was the one who sustained them in the party. The matter was decided in the Supreme Court. In fact, I had to get Aladipegun, Karen Agabi, Isokala, and about 10 other student advocates to defend that matter. I remember the late judgment was read by retired Justice Revival on a Friday. But get PDP this light. All these people whom you have seen now, these governors, they all ran away. They were shuttling between Alimodi Sharif, McAfee, all of them, all. But you see, the point I'm making, look at people by their antecedents. Watch me well. Watch me well. I never met and I tell anybody. I never discussed any day before our convention or whatever with us. Never.
But can you be trusted with leadership? The question is, yes, it might be
hold on.
Your role in the PDP.
No. Look at what it is. What do you call trust? I've told you the role you are playing. Has anybody said, I had betrayed him one day? Mention that. That's why what's called leadership. Firm. Be firm. Be consistent. That's what called leadership. So today, I speak to you. Even as a minister of FCT, you can see my trajectory. No, I will not agree. Yes, I will do this. Yes, I will not do this. Everybody does that. That's what they call leadership. I'm not afraid to take decisions.
And you don't care if you have enemies.
There's no leader that will not have enemies. There's no leader. You cannot satisfy everybody. Leadership means you must be firm. You must be consistent. But people will not be happy about
in your party, Governor Wike.
Yes.
The feeling that you are emptying that party, you are intentionally destroying that party so that it won't become a good opposition to fight your principal, the president of the APC. To what end? Because some of your colleagues in the PDP, that's the view they hold. No, that you are the one destroying the PDP.
Can I tell you? Mention one governor today in PDP. One that did not give support. Mention one.
Did you support Bala?
Very well. Ask him.
Did you support Sheyi?
Yes. Ask him. Yes.
You supported Fintiri?
He's my very good friend. Very good friend. Reliable friend. Is it Doedri? Yes. Mention them. Is it Telugu? Yes.
But why do PDP members think that you are the one destroying the PDP?
You see, it is very difficult to, when somebody is very firm, they think that you are too hard. It's not true. It's not true. The point is, when you agree something with people, stand by it. What I hate in my life is, Shehu, I've come to you when I agree on something. As I leave, I'm hearing a different thing. I say, Shehu, But I left here and I was, you know, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh my God. So nothing stops you to say, look, yes, I'm sorry. I have to take the decision because I've reviewed the whole sitting. So we have that right. But what do you do? No, it's not the way you think. So I'll see you. What kind of life is that? Let anybody come out today in Nigeria. Forget about what anybody may say, with all due respect to anybody. Is it from Amechi? Let me tell you, see, people, how you know people. When Amechi was not around, he was in Ghana. You know what called betrayal? I would have betrayed Amechi if I wanted to collect any money. I didn't do it. That's the total character. Character. Yes, he's working with his brother now, Senator Mayor. The authority I was not offered. I said, no, I won't do that. Amechi cannot testify. If I said in the altar of the church that I'm after God is me. He said so, but that's not the point. Look, under Jonathan, 2015, Amechi did not support us. I was a gubernatorial candidate. I brought the highest vote. I brought 1.5 million. Rivers brought 1.5 million votes. It was under my leadership. And when Jonathan left office, I was the one receiving Jonathan at the airport everywhere. And I made sure I honored him and his wife to the highest honor in Rivers State. In fact, that was one of the things that gave me problem with Dixon. Let anybody come and put it before me here and say, look, don't mind it. See, you can hate me. Shehu, you have a right. But can anybody say, look, I agreed, I and Wike met. We discussed this thing. Wike turned and did a different thing. Let anybody forget about you hating me.
No, but with what is going on now,
yes.
Atiku Abubakar has led quite a lot of members of the PDP into the ADC. And their major agenda is to send the APC packing. Now, with what we are saying now, they say it is the ADC, it is the Bola Tinubu APC, and against the Nigerian people in 2027.
So, I'm not a Nigerian, no. They only know the Nigerians. You know, people sit down and allocate powers to themselves.
You don't think that the ADC is capable?
In 2022, 2023, Atiku thought he had won the election. Because things were going on, the government then, I hear, the kind of thing the government was doing that time, it was soon that, the government wanted him. He couldn't make it. Everyone was against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Everyone was against him. He survived it. Come. Okay, let me tell you something. You look at me in Rivers State today. I hope you remember. When I was governor, I was one state that Atiku couldn't come for campaign. I hope you remember that. I hope you remember. He didn't get 5%. He will also not get anything. Now, look, see here, when you sit down, you analyze certain things. I ask myself, okay, who are these people in Rivers, for example, now? Who is going to make Atiku win? The governor's not with them. When they are thinking we'll be bringing the resources, they failed there.
Are you worried that Governor Fubara might go to the APC?
What's my business?
You don't care?
What for what? I think by now should have known whom I am. Should have known my capacity. I don't know why you are. You said, I'm here, I control. You are the one who says so. Let me tell you something. What to have is what we call rainbow coalition. Not party.
In River.
Rainbow coalition.
In the ADC.
I say rainbow coalition.
Your friend Rotimi Amechi is there.
No, it's not a rainbow coalition. Doesn't mean we'll not go anywhere. Look, Rotimi has never won election except he has a government. Even when he has a government, okay, take for example now. In 2015, I was a minister, I resigned. He was a governor. He said that he will produce his person. He produced. I had 1 million votes. His boy got about 90,000 votes. In 2019, come on. When I look at some governors now, I laugh. They say government fighting them. I've never seen this Tinubu's government come out against any governor.
In a free and fair election.
I'm coming. So let me, I don't know what they call free and fair. 2019, all APC governors, I challenge them, let them say it. There's nothing they didn't do to me. They gave me 10 commissioner of police in 6 months. 10. I had 10. So I woke up one morning. They took my ADC, my CSO, everybody. People are just crying. I just laugh at human beings. So there was nothing the government then did not do to me. Amidi was coming. Do you know what happened in 2019? There was one GOC, they call him General Sahab. General Sahab. I hear he works with NSA now, in NSA's office. General Sahab. The man was brought as a sitting governor. He didn't see me eye. He came to Rivers and said, "You will never see me." He turned the GOC division, the 6th division, to INEC office. Let me tell you, I actually promised him to make him the next chief of army staff. Let me tell you, look, when I see people are talking about Asuaju's government is doing this, I say, come, do you know what you're talking about? Which government? I saw a government, federal level, moving to a state like what is happening now in Gaza. I say, I saw the General Saham ordered that I should be shot. General Saham. That's why when I heard that is in the next office, I refused to go there again.
And yet this is the same APC you are supporting.
It's not the APC. Please, I'm supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu. General Saham, no. Don't let me tell Nigerians everything. General Saham ordered, as a sitting governor, I should be shot. The colonel refused. He detained the colonel for 6 months. So when I see people talking about, look, government's after you, I say, government, do you know, in 2015, I've never seen that man, military, in their uniform, army in their uniform, we are coming to the tribunal to give evidence. Every policeman that came to give evidence in our favor, we are all removed. We are all sacked and dismissed. All. I say all. What is anybody talking about?
But in this game,
the point I'm making, don't run, don't worry, take it easy. Nigeria, General Saham is there. A sitting governor to be shot. He came. And you know how God works. You know the DG SSS. This DG now. You know why he was transferred to Kogi? He did not carry out what they wanted him to do. There was a CP there. He's from Adamawa. Fair man, very gentleman. You know what happened? And that's how God works. The man was coming to INEC. The army stopped the whole CP. That was the clash between the police and the army. It was God. That was what the man said no. There was nothing they didn't do. Then the only policeman they got, one they call Akin Fakorede, I hear now is the one in charge of IG monitoring team. He was in charge of SARS. That was a killer. He was in charge of SARS. He was a killer.
And that's a strong word.
I say a killer.
That's a strong word.
Can I tell you?
For a police officer. Why would you? Why?
I show there's nothing I cannot say today. Nothing. No, but that is. Can I tell you something? No, you can't. So
when you are
it is in this country.
That person,
there's no integrity there. The INEC, look at me. There's no integrity there. Everybody knows I can figure it. Everybody knows. I complained to IGA Agrade. As I hear that this is the what do you call it? The manager of a monetary we're in trouble. Let me tell you, Shehu, that's nothing I've not passed through. That's nothing they have not done to me. Yes, it's correct. What have they not done to me? Let me tell you, INEC set up a committee and indicted Akin Fakorede. Shehu, the report is there. I will get it. INEC wrote to police that this man should not be involved in the election again. I'm telling you what happened. So, as I sit here today, with all amount of authority, nobody. Nobody can intimidate me, blackmail me, say this. Let me tell you what is going on. I'm sorry, there is that to somebody, and that's what's going on here in the FCT. Nobody wants you to take the correct position, take decision. Nobody. Blackmail, this. Take, for example, see what's happening in River Park.
That estate?
Yes.
What you are doing to them, is it fair?
What is going to do?
People who legitimately bought
no, it's not correct. It's not correct. This country will live on blackmail, destruction. What happened? There's a company owned by one Ghanaian who had an agreement with the FCT. I think it was Ondo Passenger for the development of this area. Now, the same Ghanaian somehow sought for some Nigerians who will be helping them to get building approval for development control. And in course of that, gave them some shares. In a way, from what I was told, the whole thing now changed. There is no longer the Ghanaian that owned the company, it's now owned by this. Now, a senior advocate petitioned, petitioned, and set up a ministerial committee headed by the General Counsel. General Counsel like Attorney General of other states. So look, go and look into this thing. Their lawyers made presentation. They said, look, this is terrible. First of all, we don't have any business with Polo Homes. There's no business with FCT and Polo Homes. Nothing. The only people who signed agreement with is Jonah and Co. However, Jonah went and had a contract with Polo Homes, bringing a third party without the approval of the FCT. Do you understand me? We don't have problem. It's okay. Again, the Ghanaians have already breached the agreement they have with the FCT. And then the agreement has also expired by a fraction of time. So as it stands, there's no agreement between those Ghanaians and the FCT. We don't even have anything with Polo Homes. But you know what happened? Smartly. We have a signing CFO to Polo Home. Somehow, the General Counsel called us and said, what is it? We don't have anything. So we met. It's okay. We have to save Nigerians who have bought property from them. We will not take it. Well, we will say, look, I'm going to void all those CFOs to Polo Homes. Give CFO to this Nigerian directly. Just what I'm saying. Directly. To protect them. Give what you talk about giving out human face. Now, the undeveloped land, we say, no, don't go again because the lease had expired. You know what this Polo Home did? Overnight. He went, started to develop. I know the system. I know how to operate. They will not take it to court. By the time you know, the minister is out.
But they've gotten a stay of execution. Are you going to honor that?
There's nothing like that. So that
there's a stay of execution.
No, there's nothing like that. The governor would have left. When he leaves, another minister will come. We'll be able to settle. I said, look, we can't go through. I told my people, come and go and get everything down. Get out. Can't do this.
Against the court?
We have no court. No, it's not correct. You see, people don't like. This is why things are getting wrong in this country. You want to do it and get your way. I will not accept it. Take, for example, look at what is going on. They give you have a CFO. And your CFO said for residential, right? Before you know it, it's not commercial. You've not applied to the FCT for change of use, right? And we're saying the whole of this area must be commercial. The whole of this area must be residential. Before you know it, they've converted everything. It's okay. What do we do? Okay. You have to pay for penalty. Then we have to reissue another CFO that carries what they use, you know. Instead of we say, okay, we're taking back. Like, so I don't know whoever is involved. I don't work in ages or land. It's okay. We should garage street this, generate the document of people, do you understand me, who have violated. So I don't care. They generate. Then it's just about, oh, why would you put the APC chairman there? Why would you put the PDP chairman there? Why would they put, because it's correlating with this. So, I mean, it's a mess.
Give me a moment, another moment. It does look like this conversation is not over, although we should have closed, but we will continue the conversation because I have long list of conversations.
I'm waiting for you.
We've got a break, but when we come back, this is so much more. Goodluck Jonathan might be in the fray come 2027. Is that a threat to Bola Tinubu and the APC? We're finding out after this break, everyone. Staying with us, so we're going to the final lap of this extended program with the Minister of the FCT, Governor Nyesom Wike. Let me quickly get your view on what, because some of the policies that you are implementing in the FCT, there are those who will be asking the question, is there a place for the poor person in Abuja?
Well, what do you mean by a place for the poor person in Abuja? Well, what do you mean by a place for the poor person?
A lot of displacements that is happening.
Of who?
Some of these issues with land ownership and those who are being displaced.
No, please get it right. We're not saying we're displacing people. I told you here, we have no relationship with this called polo homes. And that to give the human face, we're saying that all those who may have acquired property, well, we can't tell them to go and rather we are going to issue them CFO. That's protecting them. We're not displacing them. All we're saying, but the lease between these Ghanaian people and the FCT had expired by a fraction of time. Therefore, stop. Whatever arrangement Polo Homes is having with them does not affect FCT. It does not affect us. But we are going to protect those who are already there by issuing them the proper CFO. But not through Polo Homes. But not with Polo Homes.
The reason why,
anyway, when you say poor, which poor man will go and sell such estate? I mean,
even in the satellite towns to the FCT,
yes,
the cost of living is very high in the FCT.
Shehu, which of the satellite towns have you been to? Tell me.
I've been to Kurudu.
That's not Kurudu is in
I've been to
Amak.
I've been to Kurudu. I've been to. There are a lot of towns.
The point
around.
is that you must understand that when they are close to a city, it affects you. You should know that all the things that we're implementing here, how many poor people stay in Asokoro? How many people stay in Maitama? How many people stay in Buse? Why do we talk about this poor people? How many poor people can afford to come and stay in these areas?
The allegation that you are taking some of this land and giving to your friends.
Oh, please. Oh, please. Okay, I'll give it to who? Satan. I give it to
why would you be giving to your friends? Well, is it true you are giving to your friends?
If I'm in power and then my friends want to have land, for example, and the availability of land, I won't give them.
But they say you are taking from other people who are perceived enemies, and now you are taking, robbing Peter to pay Paul.
You must have something to say, perceived enemy. Who are my enemies? Who are the enemies? Mention one person I took from as my enemy and gave to another person. It's not only coming out to say the same. You can say anything you want to say. Come out with empirical evidence. Shehu, I took your land. I gave it to Joseph, my friend. I mean, look, do I look like somebody who would deny that I did something like that? For what?
You actually give to your friends?
Who is that? I didn't say I don't give my friends land. My friends are Nigerians. If I can sign land for you, why would I sign land for our own friends? So I was only brought here to sign for you, but I'm not brought to sign for my friends. I won't do that. Certainly not. No way.
Let me ask you, Minister.
Yes, go ahead.
There have been several ministers in these in the FCT. But you as a person, what would you like to be remembered for?
Oh, so many things. So very good. You've talked. These are the things that, first of all, I have to be happy. One, that Mr. President gave me this opportunity to serve. And what do I have to remember? One, Abuja should look like a city like other cities look like. That should be a functional capital of this country. Satellite town should have water. People should not be afraid in staying in Abuja because of insecurity. Abuja should be clean. Then when you go to other cities, create something. I travel. They do not tell me. Do you know sometimes when I travel, I sit down on the road. That when I'm on the road, not on the road, but just sit down. I say, those people who did this, what is exceptional about them? Is it that they went to a different school that we went to, or what? All is about commitment. All is about taking it that, look, this is my country. I have to make sure that things will work out well. So I came here. People are talking about no road, no this, no that. Today, it makes me happy. My son calls me, Dad. Everybody's saying that you've turned Abuja to a different thing.
Is it your son that they said that you gave land to,
I gave
expanse of land to
2,000 hectares in Asokoro.
Yeah. Is that what happened?
And then what is the square meter of the whole of Asokoro? There's some news here. He said, please, I don't need to consider this. You just sit down, people try to make all kinds of allegations here and there. Well, when they say that they rush me on an ambulance, I have a heart attack.
But you visited your doctors when you traveled recently?
Which doctor?
Didn't you?
Which doctor? What's the name of the doctor?
Well, you just returned to the country.
Look, I've never traveled. I have to go and stay on holiday with my wife and my children. For the first time, I went to Dubai with my children, with my wife, beautiful wife in that matter. I traveled with my wife and children to Greece. From Greece, I just down to London, enjoying my life. And because I know there's a lot of work, which I've started today, two weeks flagging up and commissioning again. Come on, I need a break. You didn't go to the house you were said to have bought in the United States. With all the records there. There's no record. It's not. She does why.
As a government
when they pay bribe to people like Shore, with all due respect, like Shore, with all due respect, if there's anybody who does not like to travel to America, it's me. Ask anybody. My wife is an American. My children are American. Their parents, my wife are Americans. For Christ's sake, in 2007, this issue came up. That, my wife, I thought, what's my business? Let anybody show me where I bought a house, which I can't pass through. If my wife and the parents are saying, look, these are our grandchildren. We give this house to you. My wife, now they are teenagers. Hold it in trust for them. Let anybody in this world say, the money passed through, I can B, so I can Z. When I was running election, this matter came up. When my wife was to become found at the court of Abuja, this matter, so all kinds of things. I saw they say, well, it had been found that Wike put so they have what how many millions?
That's an awful lot of property there.
Why not ask yourself, can they publish it?
No, it's been published.
It's not published. It's not correct. That's a show where it's not correct. Why they put this? This house.
But is the house not in the name of your wife and children?
What is my business?
You don't know what your wife and children own?
What I'm saying is this: they are all Americans. My wife's parents are Americans. So, if they gave them a house, what's my business? I never bought any house.
Million of dollars worth of property.
You call these millions as if we're talking about thousands, which I can't really pass. Who bought it in their name? You see, it is not in Nigeria here where you can buy something and you can hide it. You cannot buy a house of even $100,000 that the documentation will not show. Let anybody say Look at the money passed through Nyesom Wike's account, or it passed through his friend's account. See, let anybody say so. This thing they are talking about from 2008. 2008. They will carry it as if, as I was a governor, as I was a minister. Nothing like that. It's not correct. But that is not my business. If anybody else, bring it up. It's not when I take a decision to do something. In order to divert attention, you go and say, oh, yes, we did this. Oh, he gave his son 2,000 hectares of land in Asokoro. I mean, what kind of stories are that? Bring the document, let us see.
Let me quickly take you up on roles. Yes, they are good, but are those who are saying, can the Minister of the FCT focus on human capital development?
What is human capital?
The schools, the hospitals, the welfare of citizens of FCT. Are you able, because you say you had a 10-point agenda when you assumed office, including security, city sanitation. You say you're going to
not to me, please, I work. The president is the one elected. He has a 10-point agenda, and we must follow that. Not that I have. Please, get it right. I was never elected. I'm working on the mandate of Mr. President, Renewed Hope agenda. So it is his mandate, his agenda, I'm following, not my own agenda.
Are you able to focus on the human capital development of the people of the FCT?
Oh, of course. Today, when I was flagging off the road, I was telling myself, mandate Secretary of Education, go and see what is going on in the education sector. Go and see what's going on.
What have you done?
Go to the schools. See what was not less than 89 to 100 schools. Go and see the massive innovation and refurnishing. Go and see what we're doing. The chairman of the National Sports Commission, Dico, he came, where we launched a development of multiple sports center for the youths.
Yet doctors are on strike.
What are they on strike for? Let me tell you. What are they on strike for? I've told you, if you want to be a politician, if you want to belong to a political party, come and join us and play it. I was not around. We lost our head of service, who is supposed to communicate to me about demands or this and that. There's a procedure in everything. He said, I owe you allowances. I would have known.
So you were not aware?
I would have known. I now called and said, is there any allowance that you are owing? I said, okay, what's the financial implication? You check it out. I'm coming back, right? She will listen to me. He said, oh, doctors' employment. Approval. They gave Federal Character Commission, gave approval for the FCT civil service to employ. And I called, what? He said, look, they've started employment. It's not a one-day thing. They said, oh, we're not putting money in hospital. We got our budget, 2025 budget from National Assembly in July.
The capital part of it?
Yes, everything. We got
so you were handicapped?
Don't take it as an example. What I'm trying to say, and we put in there for capital projects under hospital 25 billion. So won't you do procurement? I mean, you just look at it, they just wake up. Look, I have told people, say, what I don't like, and I've told everybody who cares, right? If you want to be a politician, no problem. I cannot be sitting here who can't dialogue with you. You begin to threaten people, you do this, you do that. I didn't say. I've told the finance, what is the financial implication of these allowances? Work it out. Pay them their money. Civil service. Go ahead with employment process. I cannot sit like this and order for employment. You must get approval for the Federal Character Commission, for Christ's sake.
But can you give us a commitment, Minister?
I'm not giving you a commitment.
So the reason why I'm asking...
You're not a member of the MMA.
I am... No,
you're not.
I'm a journalist, and I'm asking on behalf of the people who may not have the opportunity
they have to ask.
Minister.
The commitment have to be them sitting with me. I mean, they're not through you.
But the commitment that I'm asking you, if I may, is the fact that this is going to be resolved for the sake of
what language do you want me to speak?
Are you able to
have you not had me
as fast as possible?
Well, hold on, I won't go the way you are going. Have you not had me say here? Compile the wages or the allowances, so to speak, and what the total, and then pay. I've told the civil service, what is wrong with them? He said they just got approval to go and employ. So go ahead. Now the issue of our capital expenditure is not, let me tell you what I will not do. And which is the problem in this FCT. If I tell you projects awarded without funding, it's very bad.
Before you got into
office. Oh my God. In fact, most of the things we are suffering today are all projects awarded 2010, 2011, 2012. But do you abandon it? You don't. Because it has to do with the funds of the public funds. So the point I'm making is that, look, I cannot do something when I know you don't have the funds there. I don't do that. I don't do it. To satisfy you, I can award the whole contract now, and then you are not funding it. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? I take things, look, you cannot satisfy everybody.
Minister.
Take things the way they come out. With the availability of the funds you have. Don't just do things because people say they will go on strike. No, I won't do that.
Minister, quickly, your relationship with Senator Kingibe, are you able to smoothen? Is the senator representing the FCT? There are those who believe that yourself and Senator Kingibe should have an amicable, a very good working relationship.
What do you mean by working relationship?
As a senator representing the people of the FCT and the minister of the FCT, there are those who believe that you should be on the same page for the interest.
What page has she introduced that I'm not in? Mention the page.
Because she has established that there is a disagreement between both of you.
I will not human beings to disagree. What is the page? What do you want?
See what she said.
No,
see what she said.
Let me tell you.
See what she said about
No, let me tell you.
He said
nobody can force me to say, you are my friend. Nobody can tell me that Shehu is my enemy. Therefore, I cannot be a friend to Shehu.
Senator Kingibe said that the biggest political blunder was appointing you as FCT Minister. That's a blunder by the president. She said that your leadership style is autocratic, marked by total disregard for the Constitution. Are you autocratic, Mr. Wike?
I can have autocratic. What does she do about Constitution?
He's the senator.
Has she moved the motion one day? Which bill has she presented to the Senate? How dare she say, I gave the Constitution? Which Constitution has she read? What do you want?
Are you autocratic?
How can I be autocratic? It's not possible. I was a governor. I was a chairman of council. I was a minister. Now I'm a minister. What do you mean by being autocratic? You cannot tell me this man contest the election with you. He's not in good mood. Therefore, the man should not come closer to me. You cannot tell me I'm having an occasion. I did not invite you. What law says I must invite you? What law tells me I must sit there with you to share a bottle of drink? Who told you that? You cannot. She cannot, and she does not have what it takes to tell me that the worst thing that happened in Abuja. Let her go and tell Abuja people that.
Are you threatened by the Labour Party's presence in Senator Atiku?
Oh, please. We're talking about fresh animals, not crab.
APC has not been...
I said we're talking about fresh animals, not crab.
I don't know what that means.
You should know.
You know you're from the river...
No.
You know you're from the Niger Delta.
Now, let me tell you. Elections coming up in February.
Yes.
That elections coming in February. Let us test ourselves. Luckily, there's no election in Rivers State. We should let Abuja people tell us whether what we did they appreciate or not. Let the satellite towns tell us that, look, we have not seen impact of Tinubu's government. There are no roads. There's no water. Not let them tell us. So, I'm not, what do you call it, television politician. I'm not a media politician. I am a grassroots politician. So I didn't just start. I was a chairman in the most lucrative local government for 2 terms. Nobody has been 2-term chairman of that local government. I broke the chains. So I became a chief of staff to a government. So I became a minister of state and then supervisory. So I left and became a governor, defeating the incumbent who could not produce a successor. So I stood a federal government Look, what are you talking about? As a governor, I took the federal government to court over police trust fund. Yes, it's correct. I went to court over VAT. Yes, it's correct. What kind of threat anybody coming to come and tell me a senator said? What is that? Let her what help? Let her run election in 2027. Let her run. Let her run. There's no need of quarreling. My book says, Operation Show Your Result sheet.
Let me
show your what you say? Operation Show Your Result. Your report card. Hold on. In those days, when we were in school, that's the way they say, today they will call result. Do you understand me? When you go to private school, they'll give you a report card. Everybody will run in. Mama, I passed through. Papa, I passed. Operation Show Your Report card. Everybody will show your report card.
And you are confident about it?
Of course.
Let me ask
our report is too much. It's too much.
There are people who are very worried in the APC that if Jonathan is on the ballot, there is a problem for Bola Tinubu and the APC. Are you also worried?
No, never. You see, I'm not carried away with all due respect. You see, I don't want anybody to misinterpret me. I said something last time and people misinterpreted what I said. I'm a very clear person. Anybody saying that seed of discord is, because Jonathan will do one time. Those people who are calling Jonathan now, what happened in 2015 that they refused him? Who do you want to use to cause crisis? Jonathan has made a name as an international statesman and the rest. These same people now, were they not the people who said Jonathan must never? How come suddenly now they have, they just want to cause crisis? And that's why I tell people, let's not forget about this. Whoever that comes from the south now, that you are coming because you want to do one time, it's not correct. You heard what Replies said the other day. Let me not come and deceive you about one time or no one time. For me, I don't care what anybody will say. What the president had done, he came at a time that things were difficult and required difficult decisions. And we're always in a hurry. We're not patient. I agree. The suffer will pass through. I agree. I do. Do you know, as what I'm doing in Abuja, people come and say, don't forget my own road, it's not passable. I feel happy. You know why? They know that something's going on. So they want to also have a bite of the cake. I have told anybody who cares and who loves this country, anybody has to finish. I don't care. I'm not God. But I've said this is my own view. Because of what he has done, what he has put on ground, and we're expecting good results. Forget about sentence. People may say, because you're a minister. I was not a minister when I said I was going to support him.
But won't it split your loyalty if Goodluck Jonathan is on the ballot? And
how will it split my loyalty? Did I sit with Jonathan and say I will support him? That didn't betray now.
But what I'm saying, considering the history of yourself and former President Jonathan, there are those who will think that naturally you will have some affection politically for Jonathan. And you are the one who will say, Inyendeba.
No, that's not the thought of Inyendeba.
Yeah, you are the one.
No, look at the thought. That's why we failed Atiku. And so Tambuwal wouldn't be a senator.
Jonathan made you minister.
No.
And help you to become governor.
I don't want to go into certain things. What I'm trying to say, the daughter of Inyendeba is like, you have corrected. The North, you have done 8 years. Allow the South to do their own 8 years. That daughter of Inyendeba. And that's why we became the hero of democracy. Why Tambuwal became the hero of convention. According to PDP, he was hero of convention. We, the hero of democracy. We stopped him not to be Senate president. We stopped his presidential man, and we are going to still stop them. Now, it is not going to conflict. Because I've never sat down with Jonathan, and I made promise to Jonathan, if you come out, I'm going to support you. No. If I've done that, then you know. I've never. And that's why people should know me very well. The person that I have told, which Nigerians know I have said, I've called my state, we have all sat down, our political team said, look, we are going to support Tinubu. I don't know what people want me to do again.
Let's close on this note.
Thank you.
Atiku Abubakar has said there is a lot of suffering, and you have agreed that things are tough in this country. Atiku Abubakar said hunger and poverty in the land could cause a revolution, and he's warning this government that be careful so that you don't turn this country into a ground for revolution when Nigerians will be frustrated, like we saw in the NSAS, and they will get to the street and so frustrated, like what we saw in Tunisia and Egypt.
Hold on. When he left PDP to run under ACN, what was the problem? That there was hunger. Was not correct? That the PDP was not doing was not correct? Then he came back. Why? Then he left again. What is the... You see, somebody will have something to say. But people like us, come, do you look at me and look at Rivers people that I think will talk to us, telling us about hunger, telling us about revolution? I would prefer he was vice president for 8 years. Why did he not put everything on the ground? So that there will be hunger. Why do you every time Atiku said, do you know, I'm the last person that I read whatever Atiku says. Because I know there's no truth. Lies, nothing, no truth, no single truth.
Is there no hunger in the land? Is there no...
No. What do you mean by hunger? There's always been hunger. There's always been.
And there are about 31 million people, according to reports, that have seen more hunger in the last few years.
Sharon, I don't know where you get your report. Things are improving. I'm not saying where we should be. But if you deny the fact that this government is not making an attempt to improve, then you are being unfair to the government. You are being unfair to me who is sitting here as FCT Minister. I came back today, I'm on the road. Tomorrow I'm on the road. On Monday I'm on the road. And you are telling me nothing's happening? How can you say that?
But has it changed a lot of the poor people? Are their lives changing?
Listen. Sharon, okay, talk about the employment, for example. Take, for example, what constitutes employment? Only when you work in the ministry. Now, we are flagging about 20 projects, right? People will not work there. People will not be employed. Are you not trying to solve the problem of hunger? Come on, let us tell ourselves the simple. Every day will come. Who does not know that, yes, this hunger is just started under Tinubu's administration. It just started under this Tinubu's administration. Put policies that would support. Today or yesterday, FAC shared about 2.something trillion. It had never happened in the history of this country. More money going to the states. Is it Tinubu's pocket? What are we talking about?
Minister.
Don't you have APC governor? Don't you have PDP governor? Don't you have Labour governors? What do we talk as if everything must be federal government?
Minister, we are totally...
You have made, the people government have made available money to be shared among the states and local government.
Thank you so much indeed. It's a pleasure. This is an extended special. Not every day we do this on the program, but thank you so much.
It's just to provide a platform for Nigerians to get the correct story. Because all these, Aminu Tambuwal, I'm telling you, stories, today, Nigerians have had that no. All these things that I said are not correct.
All right. Thank you so much. But that's our shows for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Nyesom Wike. God bless Nigeria.